Okay, hi, all my LGBT friends. All right, so I'm going to continue with Exodus and get going on this because this is a big old Bible and we still have a lot to go. Okay. um, yeah, all right. uh, all right, chapter 26, Exodus, the 10 curtains of the tabernacle, the 11 curtains of the goat's hair, and the vial for the ark, the hanging for the door. Okay, so this is God giving instructions on how to do this, okay, to the Israelites. Cars are going by here. I hope it's not picking up too much and causing a problem. Okay, so I got the door open, as you can see. All right, so moreover, thou shalt make the tabernacle with 10 curtains of fine twined linen in blue and purple and scarlet. With cherubims of cunning work shalt thou make them. And the length of one of the curtains shall be 8 and 20 cubits, and the breadth of one curtain 4 cubits, and every one of the curtains shall have one measure. The 5 curtains shall be coupled together one to another, and other 5 curtains shall be coupled one to another. And thou shalt make loops of blue upon the edge of one curtain from the selvage in the coupling, and likewise shalt thou make it in the uttermost edge of another curtain in the coupling of the second. Cubits and blue. Okay. 50 loops shall thou make in one curtain, 50 loops shall thou make in the edge of the curtain that is in the coupling of the second, and the loops may take hold one of another. And thou shalt make 50 thatches of gold, and couple the curtains together with the thatches, and it shall be one tabernacle. And thou shalt make curtains of goat's hair to be covered upon the tabernacle. 11 curtains shall thou make. The lengths of one curtain shall be 30 cubits, and the breadth of one curtain 4 cubits, and the 11 curtains shall be all of one measure. And thou shalt couple 5 curtains by themselves, 6 curtains by themselves, and thou shalt double the 6th curtain in the forefront of the tabernacle. And thou shalt make 50 loops on the edge of one curtain that is outmost in the coupling, 50 loops in the edge of the curtain which is coupled the second. And thou shalt make 50 thatches of brass, and put the thatches into loops, and couple the tent together, that it may be one. And the remnant that remaineth of the curtains of the tent, the half curtain that remaineth, shall hang over the backside of the tabernacle. And the cubit on one side, and the cubit on the other side of that which remaineth in the length of the curtains of the tent, it shall hang over the sides of the tabernacle, on this side and on that side, to cover it. And thou shalt make a covering for the tent of rams' skins, dyed red, and covering above of badgers' skins. And thou shalt make boards for the tabernacle of the shittim wood standing up. 10 cubits shall be the length of a board, and 1.5 cubits shall be the breadth of one board. 2 tenons shall there be in one board, set in order one against another, and thus shalt thou make for all the boards of the tabernacle. And thou shalt make the boards for the tabernacle 20 boards on the south side southward. And thou shalt make 40 sockets of silver under the 20 boards, 2 sockets under one board for his 2 tenons, 2 sockets under another board for his 2 tenons. And the second side of the tabernacle, on the north side, there shall be 20 boards. And there 40 sockets of silver, 2 sockets under one board, 2 sockets under another board. And for the sides of the tabernacle, westward, shalt thou make 6 boards, and 2 boards thou shalt make for the corners of the tabernacle in the 2 sides, and they shall be coupled together beneath, and they shall be coupled together above, the head of it unto one ring. Thus shall it be for them both, and they shall be the 2 corners. And they shall be 8 boards, and their sockets of silver, 16 sockets, 2 sockets under one board, 2 sockets under another board. And thou shalt make bars of shittim wood, 5 for the boards of the one side of the tabernacle, and the 5 bars for the boards of the other side of the tabernacle, 5 bars for the boards of the side of the tabernacle, and the 2 sides westward. And the middle bar in the midst of the boards shall reach from end to end. And thou shalt overlay the boards with gold, and make their rings of gold for places for bars, and thou shalt overlay the bars with gold. And thou shalt rear up the tabernacle according to the fashion thereof, which was shown thee in the mount. And thou shalt make the veil of blue and purple and scarlet, fine twined linen of cunning work, with cherubims shall it be made. And thou shalt hang it upon 4 pillars of shittim wood, overlaid with gold. Their hooks shall be of gold, upon the 4 sockets of silver. And thou shalt hang up the veil under the thatches, that thou mayest bring in thither within the veil of the ark of the testimony. And the veil shall divide unto you between the holy place and the most holy. And thou shalt put the mercy seat upon the ark of the testimony in the most holy place. And thou shalt set the table without the veil, and the candlestick over against the table on the side of the tabernacle towards the south. And thou shalt put the table on the north side. And thou shalt make a hanging for the door of the tent of blue and purple and scarlet, and fine twined linen wrought with needlework. And thou shalt make for the hanging 5 pillars of shittim wood, overlay them with gold, and their hooks shall be of gold. And thou shalt cast 5 sockets of brass for them. Wow. Okay, so chapter 27. The altar of burnt offerings, the court of the tabernacle, and the oil for the lamp. And it makes you wonder why, God is just so precise when he's, doing anything. There's always a reason for why he's doing this. There's a reason for him telling us about this story, through the Holy Spirit, why we need to remember this, why we need to understand what the Israelites went through. There's just so much depth to this, really, if you get into it. Okay, so the altar of burnt offerings, the court of the tabernacle, and the oil for the lamp, chapter 27. And thou shalt make an altar of shittim wood, 5 cubits long, 5 cubits broad. The altar shall be 4 square, and the height thereof shall be 3 cubits. And thou shalt make the horns of it upon the 4 corners thereof. His horns shall be of the same, and thou shalt overlay it with brass. And thou shalt make his pans to receive his ashes, and his shovels, and his basin, and his flesh hooks, and his fire pans. All the vessels thereof shalt thou make it of brass. And thou shalt make it for a grate of network of brass. And upon the net shalt thou make 4 brazen rings in the 4 corners thereof. And thou shalt put it under the compass of the altar, beneath, that the net may be even to the midst of the altar. And thou shalt make staves for the altar, staves of shittim wood, and overlay them with brass. And the staves shall be put into the rings, and the staves shall be upon the 2 sides of the altar to bear it. Hollow with the boards shalt thou make it, as it was shown thee in the mount. So shall they make it. And you shall make the court of the tabernacle for the south side, southward. There shall be hangings for the court of fine twined linen of 100 cubits long for one side. And the 20 pillars thereof, and their 20 sockets, shall be of brass, and their hooks of the pillars and their fillets shall be of silver. And likewise for the north side of the length there shall be hangings of 100 cubits long, and 20 pillars, and their 20 sockets of brass, and the hooks of the pillars and their fillets of silver. For the breadth of the court on the west side shall be hanging of 50 cubits, and their pillars 10, and their sockets 10. And the breadth of the court on the east side eastward shall be 50 cubits. The hanging of one side of the gate shall be 15 cubits, the pillars 3, and their sockets 3. And the other side shall be hangings of 15 cubits, their pillars 3, and their sockets 3. And for the gate of the court shall be a hanging of 20 cubits of blue, purple, and scarlet, and fine twined linen, wrought with needlework, and their pillars shall be 4, and their sockets 4. All the pillars around about the court shall be filled with silver. Their hooks shall be of silver, their sockets of brass. The length of the court shall be 100 cubits, and the breadth 50 everywhere, and the height 50 cubits of fine twined linen, and their sockets of brass. The vessels of the tabernacle, and all the service thereof, and all the pins thereof, and all the pins of the curtain shall be made of brass. And thou shalt command the children of Israel that they bring pure oil, olive, beaten for the light, to cause the lamp to burn always. The candlestick. And in the tabernacle of the congregation without the veil, which is before the testimony, Aaron and his sons shall order it from the eve to the morning before the Lord. It shall be a statute forever unto their generations on behalf of the children of Israel. Okay, I'm going to stop there. I wanted to see if I could maybe find in the back of my Bible any kind of picture of the tabernacle, of what it would look like. Let's see. This is the interior. Let's see if I can show this. Let's see here. Okay. And then the model of Herod's temple. Okay. Sorry about the camera work. But, you have the court of the priest, you have the, the scarred enclosure, the court of the women. This is all based upon the tabernacle. Now, the old, the tabernacle itself and the tents and everything, and the places for religious worship. Let me show you another here. See the bottom picture there that looks like a tent? That's the tabernacle, a sacred tent, and its furniture made according to the divine plan given to Moses in the mount. Okay? So that